Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were set to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by the sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi's once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off, as into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins.
How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace! The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? What's this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Phew! What on earth? You again? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? Man, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that! I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isu. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, nah? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it! You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa! What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword Denkomaru against you. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. And with that long exposition done, about 15 minutes of cutscene later, what up, it's me, A to Z, and we are live with my new Let's Play of Okami. Technically, Okami HD for the Nintendo Switch. We have been introduced to our hero, Amaterasu, a wolf who was also a god. And of course, the diminutive Isun who has decided to hop on our backs and ride along. But yeah, sorry about not, like, bringing any personality or, like, bringing commentary any sooner. The whole thing was, like, cutscenes and, you know, games like this, huge action-adventure games like this, tend to have really long opening cutscenes. But anyway, we now have gameplay, and I will talk about gameplay once we go into the tree. Where are we? Got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. I'll change your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? I think we'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, Isun is more or less going to be our companion. Kind of like our Midna, our Tattle, I guess our Vi, you know, just to... I guess we're gonna be crude, but let me tell you, Isun has a ton of personality to him. But yeah, we're moving around with the left stick on the Joy-Cons. I'm playing this on the Switch, like I said, and I'm playing with the Joy-Cons. My right stick is controlling my camera, and of course my left stick is moving. L zooms the camera out and back in. Here we have... Hold on! That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. Let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. I mean, I'm not necessarily learning the ropes because I do kind of know what I'm doing. Although, to be fair, I guess I'll explain. Anyway, origin mirrors, you can save your game. And look how many save files that you have. You have a lot. So I don't have to worry about overwriting anything. If I have any failed recordings, I can just save after every episode. It's perfect. That's one major thing I love about this game. But yeah, as I was saying, well, I guess we're gonna get more exposition here. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press Y to bust them with your head. Now, who needs a sword when you have a wolf head? Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. So we have pots, and inside these pots can be yen, which is, funny enough, the currency of Japan, which is where we are. Nippon is the Japanese name of Japan. Our setting is indeed ancient Japan. And how fitting that it's actual yen that is going to be our currency. Anyway, once we get up here... Whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press B to jump, then press B again to do a wall jump. Make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. So yeah, B button is jump, and if you jump on a wall, you can wall jump. I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. Like this. A Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack, restores 3 units of solar energy. So, as I'm sure you could tell, this game is pretty Zelda-esque. You have your health, obviously. If I press A, there we go. A is the bark, and I'll also bring up the HUD showing your health and everything. And the HUD is going to get more complex, trust me. Like, once we start, you know, showing off more things, the HUD will get more complex. But yeah, we have 3 units of health, as we would with any Zelda game. And I guess I should just, you know what, I'll explain more of the controls a little bit later on. Because once we get here, looks like the bridge is out. Shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? It's kind of long. Mind if I call you Ami? Listen, Ami, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So apparently Isun has a magic brush. Just a little technique I've mastered called Rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced really hard just to master this one technique, but there are 13! Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a powerful single deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Well, that just seems like a goal we'll have to worry about, because we are indeed a god. But once we walk through here, and we look at this river, we've got a bit of an incomplete river. Isun, you want to do something? You want to try filling that in? The River of Heavens? River of Heavens? They mean that fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. Couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Well, apparently Isun's not strong enough to do anything, so why don't we just head up here and look to the stars for a clue. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look! Are those stars forming a pattern or something? Or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star in. Or not. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. But, as you'll see, we now have a new method of control. If we press R, we now have our own brush. And we move it around with the right Joy-Con. And if we press Y to draw right where the star should go, why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation, and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow! That was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation! Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you're as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, couldn't be. Who else could master this incredible god technique? Isun, I think you forget who we are. Either that or you just weren't paying attention to Sakuya. You were probably too busy resting in her boobs. That's what he was doing. That was the whole point of the joke, was that Isun was so tiny. I should probably point out Isun's lack of size. But yeah, he's so tiny that he could fit right in the cleavage furrow. Oh, this game has a lot of adult humor. That'll be like the start of me talking about how different this game is compared to everything else I played. Anyway, so, as we did when we tried to draw the star, we can press R to bring up our celestial brush, move it around with the Joy-Con, press Y to draw in, and we want to fill in the area where the River of Heavens is. Whoa! A river of stardust! So this really must be the River of the Heavens. What I really want to know is who the heck drew the darn thing? Pretty sure it was, I wonder who it could be. Well, too bad Ami can't talk. All we can do is bark. But I mean, I feel like as a little guy, as a little sprite, Ethan can probably understand animals. Anyway, in here, I should also mention, now that we can draw things, here in the HUD, we have our ink bots. So when we use our ink, for right now, all we can do is use rejuvenation, and it's only in specific places. You can't just, like, use rejuvenation anywhere. You use up an ink pot. I will go into our ink pots much later once we start getting more techniques, because we are going to get more techniques, obviously. There are 13 in the entire game. Anyway, in this chest is an astral pouch. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding with whatever food we can find around here. And of course, in these pots over here, we're gonna start getting some food. We have an apple now. Now, as you'll see, that filled up our astral pouch by 1. An astral pouch has a capacity of about 200. Once it's full, if you die, it will instantly revive you. But if I'm gonna be honest, it's very, very hard to die in Okami. This game is really not that hard, and I will get into detail of that once we start getting into combat and everything. Because yes, we will be fighting things. Anyway, here we are in the next portion of the River of Heavens. We get a nice little pathway coming up right over here. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go into the options menu right over here by pressing minus, and you will see all this stuff that we have over here. So, in controller settings, you will notice I have Celestial Motion on. You don't need to have motion controls on for the Switch version. In fact, it's more or less exclusive to the Switch version or the Wii version. But I prefer having motion controls because I did play the Wii version. That was the first time I played this game, was on the Wii. And I really did want motion controls, and again, that's the entire reason why I waited to Let's Play this game. I could have very well done the Wii version, but I wanted to wait till the HD version came out. So yeah, that's why I waited till August to start recording this. So now you know the truth. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick detour over here and open this chest. Also, I should mention, the Y button is basically, well, yeah, just... Why did I even... I completely forgot Eastern told us what to do. So, if you charge into this chest with the Y button, we get a mysterious item, a stray bead. Find all the scattered beads and get a special reward. There are stray beads throughout the entire game. There are 100 stray beads in total, but there are 99 you can get in gameplay. I will talk about that 100th one at the very end, but yes, there are 99 stray beads throughout the entire game. I will be getting all of them because I 100% every game that I play so far on this channel. So yeah, I will be getting every stray bead, and I will be getting every other optional thing. I'm going to be going through this game in depth, and this game, it's pretty big. Like, not even gonna lie, this is easily going to be the biggest game I have ever Let's Played. This is gonna blow Wind Waker and Pokemon Black at the damn water. This game is huge. Anyway, we make it in here. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi. I skipped the text too soon. Yeah, in like mini cutscenes like this, you can hold the A button and it'll go through the text fast. In major cutscenes, you can't. First, the River of Heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See? That sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. Well, if the sword's in bad shape, why don't we fix it? Or not. I knew it! You can handle a brush! Now try again, draw more well, the camera didn't pan far enough for me to properly fill in the rest of the sword. There we go, that's what you want to do. That really was your brushwork all this time! How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation! This one looks like a... Indeed, it looks like a mouse. Now, you might be noticing a bit of a trend, even though we've only seen 2 of these. The brush gods are actually based off of the Chinese zodiacs. We've got the mouse, we have the dragon, Ami's the dog. So we're gonna be seeing more of them. We're gonna be seeing, you know, like the cat, the bull. You know, if you know the Chinese zodiac, you'll know. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was inside the shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi? When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi? Just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. So, We open up our brush with R, and this time, if we draw with a straight line while we hold the Y button, like that, we can slash rocks. I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. No use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the Power Slash, you can cut down that thing Saki was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. Anyway, we now have an arrow telling us where to go, as if we didn't know already. But then again, I guess it's for all the new people. Really quick, I'm going to go back into the options, and I'm going to change up some settings right here. First of all, camera control, I'm going to invert everything just so I have like my controls be similar to, I guess, when I play Odyssey, because that's just, I'm just used to controls like that. And as for my controller settings, I am also going to, okay, good, I do have the gyroscope sensitivity already to fast, perfect. Because it's more or less similar to, the Wii Remote settings, where it's not too sensitive, I guess. Because I was trying it out, because I have to get used to these controls, because remember, this is like the first time I'm playing, okay, good. This is the first time that I played, you know, Okami HD just recently, because the game just came out like less than a week ago. So I gotta get used to brand new controls. I would have recorded this like the day it came out, but again, I wanted to just get used to everything. And as you'll see, where'd they come from? Ah, whatever, draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you got on your back? Well, press the Y button to use its power against them. So now we have enemies, our first case of enemies, green imps. Look, Ami, once you've caught them off guard, turn them black and white. They're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. We don't want to do that just yet. We want to attack them, and then with one more attack, they'll start floating up. Then you want to get your brush out and then use power slash. And you'll notice that an item dropped out of them. This is a demon fang. Fang forges demonic hatred, beautiful and deadly. Now, what I just did was a floral finisher, and I'll get into that after I destroy this green imp. And if we do the same thing again, once it's in its dying animation, power slash, and we get another demon fang. What I did was a floral finisher. When an enemy is dying and it runs out of health, also really quick, once you finish your battle, you'll get rated on your time and if you took any damage. I was a little bit slow because, again, there was a bit of a tutorial, but meh. Anyway, what I did was a floral finisher. Floral finishers are basically, once you get an enemy down all the way to the end of its health, it'll have a slow dying animation, and that will be your chance to use a brush technique. And if you use the right brush technique on it, you will get a demon fang. Demon fangs are extremely useful to you. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna friggin', because I'm used to the, sorry, controller changing time again. There we go, that's a lot better. Okay, I just wanted to invert the Y-axis. That's pretty much it. But yeah, demon fangs are extremely helpful to you. If I were you, I would just do your best to get as many demon fangs as possible. And it's a good thing that we're here, just destroying the crap out of enemies right now, and just, okay, did I get them both? No, I didn't. I got you, and nah, I didn't get the other one. But yeah, if you kill them prematurely, or if you, like, use your brush technique beforehand, there we go, perfect rank. But if you use your brush technique beforehand, you will not get the demon fang, but again, I guess maybe it's just for your own preference, but really, getting demon fangs is going to be extremely helpful to you. I'll explain why later on. You can't really use your demon fangs now, but there's going to be a point where you will be using them later on. Demon fangs are extremely useful to you. I cannot stress that enough. I will be noting every enemy's floral finisher once we start running into new types of enemies, but for now, it's mostly going to be power slash. Like, all we have right now is basically power slash for truly practical brush techniques. You're going to be using power slash a lot. It's probably going to be your most used brush technique out of anything that we get from here on out. So just get used to using it. And I'm not sure if there's like a method to like, so we slash that up. I'm not sure if there's a method where you can just draw like a simple line. In the Wii version, you can probably like, I think you can hold the Z button and you can draw like a straight line, but I don't remember if there's, I haven't learned if there's anything like that in the HD version. I'm still going to be learning a bit about the HD version. I know the core game easily, but it's just a matter of, I gotta learn some of the changes that were made in the HD version. So, technically, no, I can't call this a blind LP because, again, I know the base game. Anyway, now that we have Power Slash, we can cut the fruit down. Or we can fail miserably. Good job, Ami. Oh my shit, come on, cut the friggin' fruit down. Wow, the village has been restored. Sakia came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent more time in her kimono. If you know what I mean. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. And we will. We will check up on the village next time. But for now, we're going to cut it here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with more Okami.